Abraham warmed out.
Strike were the parents of Max Ostrike. Max Ostrike will be graduating from Lompoc High School this year. While attending high school, he was active in soccer and in track and field. His last year, senior year at Lompoc High School, he won quite a few awards in the track events. Max also has a sister and two other brothers. His sister is 28. He has a brother, Billy, which is around 27, and our other son, Mark, who is 19, who is presently serving in the U.S. Navy. Max has been quite active in the youth fellowship at church. During his junior and senior high years, he attended Hume Lake quite a few times. He's also participated in many of the youth projects. He's been a youth leader. While in the church, he helped me quite a few times in quite a few of the work details we had, church cleanups, church painting. And some of the humorous things that his mother and I remember most about him, I think one thing that comes to mind was that it seems like, he was carrying out some garbage once. He stepped on, he broke a piece of glass and he stepped on it. We took him to the emergency room at the hospital, and it just seemed like every weekend from that time on that once a month we were taking him into the emergency room to get stitches. He was either cutting himself or getting hit with a baseball during Little League. And I think even once, I remember the neighbors next door, they were cleaning their house, and they left some cleaning solution laying on the floor, and Max was just a little one then, and he thought that was a can of soda, and he decided to drink some of it. Max's future plans, as they are right now, is to attend Allen Hancock College for 2 years. After he receives his degree, he's either going on to a 4-year college or he's going to pursue his dream of being a helicopter pilot. As of right now, I don't think he knows which way but what he plans to do at present time, I should say.
But, Max, we want you to know that we love you. We'll always be here for you. We want you to keep the Lord in your life. When you'll have your ups and downs, talk to the Lord. The Lord will always be with you, and He'll comfort you, and He'll always be there for you, just as Dad and I will be.
Hello, my name is Jerry Haney, and my daughter is Raeshell Haney, and I'd like to tell you a little something about her. She was born in Lansing, Michigan, and shortly after we moved out here, so she's been a California girl. This is her special buddy here. His name, she calls him Mr. Peanut Butter, and Mr. Peanut Butter is totally devoted to Raeshell, so he's here too. Some special things of Raeshell I'd like to share with you is her photos over there. She grew up around photographs, and they're pretty special. The special one is her senior portrait, and she did a very sweet thing for me, and used the same pose and the same necklace, teardrop necklace that I did in my senior portrait. Also, stuffed animals are a big important part of her life. A special one, Raeshell, I dug this out, is her first teddy bear, and it was given to her by her father when she was 3 years old, and she named him Mr. Teddy, and she took him everywhere with her. And Raeshell, I thought was really funny. I found that the band-aid you put on him is still here, and I can't remember what happened that you thought Mr. Teddy Bear had to have a band-aid. Also, as Thumper, and Thumper was her good luck charm that she took with her to all her skating competitions. If anyone was to ask me to describe Raeshell or show them something that said Raeshell, I'd have to show you this area of the house, her piano and all her instruments. In school, Raeshell was always a very good student. She was in honors from the 4th grade on, and she was always embarrassed at accepting awards. In fact, she hated it. And Raeshell, I know you're saying right now, "Oh, Mom, please don't." Besides being a very good student, Raeshell was competitive in sports, and she was always on the artistic side. The photograph right there is when she was 9 years old. She competed in figure roller skating and did real well, and she won lots of trophies. And the other one is a medal that she won, and she did really well in that also. Now she likes to bicycle and she plays tennis. In fact, she spent a whole summer in Hawaii with her grandfather playing tennis. But I think her main love is her music, the piano. I have fond memories, Raeshell, of you practicing your lesson, and me out in the kitchen cooking or washing dishes, and you loving to play some pieces from the opera Carmen. You also, she interested in 4th, 5th grade in taking the violin, and there's her second violin, and she's pretty proud of that. That's 100 years old or so. And Raeshell, you always said that I didn't like listening to you when you started playing the violin. And I have a big confession to make, Raeshell. You sounded pretty awful. But as usual, you picked up really, really quickly and were soon playing beautifully. Now you're into classical music, your classical guitar, which you did in high school, and playing really beautiful. And this Christmas you got an electrical guitar from your father, and you're doing really well. I'm glad that you decided to pursue a career in medicine and the sciences, because you've got an interest in that, and possibly one day being a doctor. I think you'll be a very good one, because you're a very good person. I wanted especially to say to you that I'm very proud of you. How you've come through this past 4 years have not been easy. There's been a lot of changes, especially in our family. But somehow you're able to reach deep down inside, especially with your strong faith in God, that pulled you through. And you emerged a very strong, intelligent, and kind, loving young woman. And I think you should be proud of that. I know I'm getting a little bit more nervous, Raeshell. I know you're going to have a good life, that you're going to have a challenging career, and you're going to find someone who shares the same values and deep sense of faith in God as you do, and you'll have a wonderful family. I also want to tell you that when you're accepting the Nobel Peace Prize for discovering some major breakthrough in medicine as a bright young doctor, that you'll know that on June 4th, 1989, in front of God and the whole church of Nazarene, that your mother told you that this would happen. I love you, Raeshell.